to Yoga with Grace. We're going to start by standing. So standing nice and tall, feet comfortably together. Lengthening your spine, rolling the shoulders away from your ears and allow your arms to be by your side. Let's inhale the breath in, expanding the arms, stretching tall. And let's stretch one side at a time. So stretching the right side, stretching long, and then the left and the right, really making space, stretching tall. And now let's come up on the toes, if you like. Doing the same, stretching, stretching long, stretching tall, stretching, and then releasing back down. And arms a bit of a shake. And let's do that one more time. Inhale. Let's come up on the toes, stretching one side at a time. And then releasing back down. And let's step the feet out wide, about one leg length apart. Feet pointed forwards. Feet parallel, toes pointed forwards. Let's take the arms out at shoulder height. Just checking in with your arms, they are at shoulder height. Lengthening across from fingertip to fingertip. Lengthening your spine. And let's exhale over to the right. Keeping the upper arm beside your ear. Feeling the stretch from the side of your left foot all the way up to your fingertips. Lovely. And then inhale back to center. Exhale over. Lengthening from the side of your foot, the right foot, all the way up to your fingertips. And inhale center. Exhale over. Lengthening. Keep the hips facing forward. Inhale center, exhale over. Inhale center, exhale over, long and strong. Inhale over, exhale over. And inhaling back up, stretching well, stretching long and tall. And then releasing the arms, give everything a bit of a shake. And then let's take the arms out wide again, lengthening. Checking in with your posture, the arms are at shoulder height. Your spine is lengthened. Preparing to fold to a halfway point now, so folding from the hips forward. Exhale to halfway, tabletop. Keep the neck in line with your spine. Inhale, coming back up. Exhale, halfway. Lengthen the spine from the tailbone all the way up to the head. So lengthen and inhale up and exhale to halfway, holding it there. And then allow the head, neck, shoulders, arms, everything to flop over. Just hanging there like the wet washing on the line. Allow your body to completely relax. And then take hold of your elbows. Allow the arms to frame your head as you begin a gentle bobbing motion down towards the ground. Just gently bobbing down towards the ground. And let's move the bobbing motion over towards your right ankle, keeping the head and neck soft. And back to center. And then moving over towards the left. And then back to center. And let's move over to the right again, perhaps a little bit further around. And back to center, and then over to the left, a little bit further around than last time. And then back to center. And then bringing your bobbing to a stillness. Release your elbows. And just notice where you are in relation to the ground. Just having a look. And then when you are ready, rolling your body back up one step at a time. Head and neck are the last thing to come up. Rolling up to standing. And let's roll the shoulders up, down and back. Up, down and back. Getting those shoulder blades, shoulders moving up, down and back. And we better go forward to even it out. So up, forward and down. Up, forward and down. One more, up, forward and down. And walking the feet in, heel toe. And everything a bit of a shake out. Shaking down to your toes, shaking out the fingers. Everything a bit of a shake out to release. And then let's place the feet about hip width apart now. And just checking you've got enough room around you, because we're going to be swinging the arms around the body in helicopter swing. Just check you've got enough space around you. So the feet are comfortably on the ground, shoulders away from the ears, standing strong and tall. Let's take the arms in front. Now they're kind of low down at this point. Shoulders relaxed, arms are parallel like tram tracks. Let's take the arms over to the right, and then the left, and the right, and the left. Just allow the momentum of your arms to take you around. Arms and body quite loose. Trying to keep the hips facing forward if you can. Now let's move the arms a little bit higher, so now up to waist height. And then up to chest height. You can follow the leading hand with your eyes if you like. That makes it an eye exercise as well. And up to shoulder height. And head height. And above the head, sweeping the corners of your room. Imagining that your arms are lengthened, that they can touch the corners of your room. And let's gradually allow the arms to come back down. Eventually your arms will come to a stop. Just allow them to when they're ready. And carefully and consciously stepping your feet back together without disturbing the energy too much. Let's pause here in Tadasana, the mountain pose, gently closing your eyes down or finding a spot to gaze at lightly in front of you. As you feel both feet strongly connected to the ground. As your legs lengthen and your spines lengthened. Allow the shoulders to roll away from your ears and your arms are resting by your side. Chin resting on the horizon. And then gently blinking your eyes open. Let's come to a seated position now. So come to sit down and bring your foot soles together. The heels are as close as comfortable to you, no need to force. Just allow the feet to stop where they would like to. We're going to take hold of the ankles And let's begin first by rocking side to side. If your elbows are able to touch the inside of your legs, place them there. That helps you lever side to side. So just rocking side to side as we warm up the inner legs and give the buttocks a well-deserved massage. And let's go all the way over to the right and pause here. If you would like to extend, bring your shoulder down towards the knee or the ground. And let's move all the way to the other side. Pausing there. Bringing the shoulder down towards your knee or the floor if you would like to extend. And coming back up. A few more rocks side to side. And then coming back to center. Just check with your heels. Sometimes you may be able to bring it a little bit further in than before that. Now let's clasp the hands and take hold of the toes. Lengthen your spine, shoulders relaxed. And just allow your knees to fall to each side wherever they're comfortable. Now let's begin a gentle movement of the legs. This is called feathering. Just allowing your knees to find their rhythm. Now we're all going to be a bit different, so you need to allow your body to tell you what it needs. Once you are comfortably settled, close your eyes down. As you allow this rhythmic and repetitive movement to quieten the mind, as we strengthen the connection between the right and the left sides of the brain, so we become a bit more whole-brained in our thinking, thoughts and actions. And then gently bringing your knees to stillness, blink your eyes open, make two fists, place the fists behind you very close to the buttocks, and let's come up on the fists and moving the pelvis forward and back, forward and back, forward and back. Now continuing with this motion, if this is where you're comfortable today, if you would like to extend, come up onto your feet and up onto the toes and begin to walk your knees down towards the ground. Leave the arms where they are and just allow your body to gradually open. Now if your knees are down, lift the buttocks off the heels and continue to look forward. If your knees are on their way down, just gradually one at a time, like you're walking down the stairs. And let's bring the knees back to the forehead. Now pause here if you would like to have a rest. Otherwise, come along with me for one more. And extending the knees down towards the ground without moving the arms. Leave the arms where they are. If your knees are down, lift the buttocks off the heels and drape the head back. If your knees are on their way down, gradually one at a time walking them down. And let's all of us bring the knees back to the forehead. Stretching the legs out. Releasing the hands. Give the hands a very good shake. Can be quite a strong one on the wrists. Give the legs a bit of a jiggle to release. Give the toes a bit of a wiggle to check they're all there. And then let's come to the one end of your mat or your space. We're going to work with some spinal rolls. So crossing the ankles and taking hold of your big toes in the pistol grip. Second and third finger on the inside of the big toe, thumb on the outside. As you come into a ball, and as you breathe out, just rolling back along your spine and coming back up. Remembering that the spine is quite long. It connects from your tailbone area all the way up to your head. So if you are able to roll up on your shoulders, please do. If that's not for you, pausing where you need to and coming back up. Now once you've done a few in one direction, cross your ankles in the other direction and do a few more. As we're massaging the entire length of the spine and the muscles around the spine. And on your final one, just pausing somewhere along your spine. If you're able to come up on your shoulders, please do, and pause there. If you're somewhere along your spine, pause there, and just gently rock side to side. And then let's all come back up to a seated position. And then coming to a comfortable cross-leg position on the ground. If you would like to sit on a cushion or a bolster to help your pelvis be higher than your knees, please feel free to get that now. And then coming to sit back in your comfortable cross-leg position. Let's move now to work with a mudra. We'll work with the classic yoga mudra today. So bringing the second finger into the pad of your thumb in both hands. The rest of the fingers are straight and together. Rest the backs of the hands on your knees. Arms are lengthened, spine is lengthened, shoulders relaxed. And just taking 3 breaths here. Let's inhale, take the arms out to the side, up to shoulder height, and soften the elbows and wrists, palms facing out. Exhale, fold forward, cross your wrists on the lower back. Pausing this first time in deep respect for yourself, in deep respect of who you are, in deep respect of who you are becoming. So pausing this first time in deep respect for yourself. Inhale, coming back up. Take the arms out wide, up to shoulder height, and soften the elbows and wrists, palms facing out. Exhale, returning to the starting position. Inhale, take the arms out wide, up to shoulder height, and soften the elbows and wrists, palms facing out. Exhale, fold forward, crossing the wrists on your lower back. Pausing this second time in deep respect for other people, in deep respect of who they are, their choices this life, and in deep respect of who they are becoming. Pause this second time in deep respect for other people. Inhale, coming back up. Take the arms out wide, up to shoulder height, and soften. Exhale, returning to the starting position. Inhale, take the arms out wide, up to shoulder height, and soften. Exhale, fold forward, crossing the wrists on your lower back. Pausing this third time in deep respect for everything that exists on earth. From the sunshine to the rain, the rocks, the trees, the birds, the animals, the soil. Everything in the world exists having some role to play to support your ability to live. So pause this third time in deep respect for all that exists. Inhale, coming back up. Take the arms out wide, up to shoulder height, and soften. Exhale, returning to the starting position. Release your fingers and allow the backs of the hands to rest on your legs. Closing your eyes down and pausing for a moment. Then gently blinking your eyes open, releasing the legs, so bring the knees together, stretching the legs out in front. As you point the toes and release back, pointing and release, point and release. And bend your right leg and place the right foot over the other side of the straight left leg. Left leg is dynamic, point the toes up to the ceiling. Fingertips by the hips pointed inwards. Lengthen the spine as we now move into the spine twist. Looking over to your left, inhale, take the left arm out. Exhale, wrap that arm around your bent leg. Lengthen the spine, look over to your right. Inhale, take the right arm out. Exhale, place the palm of the hand on the ground close to your spine. Inhale, lengthening the spine. Exhale and allow your body to come further into the spine twist. Looking over your right shoulder. With each in-breath, you are lengthening the spine. With each out-breath, allow your body to come into the twist. And then returning the body and the head to the front, fingertips by the hips pointed inwards. Inhale a deep breath in from the bottom of the spine up to the top of the head. And release that breath, flooding your entire body down to the fingertips and toes. And then releasing the bent leg, straightening it out, and then bending the left leg. Place the left foot over the other side of the straight right leg. Right leg is dynamic, point the toes up to the ceiling. Fingertips by the hips pointed inwards. Lengthen the spine. Looking over to your right. Inhale, take the right arm out. Exhale, wrap that arm around your bent leg. Lengthen the spine. Looking to your left. Inhale, left arm out. Exhale, place the palm of your hand close to the spine on the ground. Fingertips away, palms down. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale to look over your left shoulder. Feel the strength in your spine. Connection between your mind, the body, and your spirit. And then returning your body and the head to the front, fingertips by the hips pointed inwards. Inhale a deep breath in from the bottom of the spine up to the top of the head. And as you release the breath, imagine it as golden light flooding your entire body down to the fingers and toes. Release the bent leg, and let's take hold of both legs now to round out the spine for a moment. And then rolling all the way down to a lying position. Coming to allow your body to be well supported by the ground. Taking your awareness to the belly area, the solar plexus. Sometimes an area where we hold a bit of tension, nerves, anxiety unnecessarily. So we'll work with a posture now to help release any unnecessary tensions and emotions from this area. Bend both knees to the chest. Run your hands down the shins. Place the feet flat on the ground, hip width apart. Heels close to the buttocks. Arms down, palms down. Placing weight over your feet. Inhale, lift the pelvis up towards the ceiling, lifting tall and strong. Clasp your hands underneath the body. Take the clasped hands down towards your feet. That allows you to come up on your shoulders a bit more. Come up onto the toes. Release your hands to support your lower back or your buttocks, wherever's comfortable for you. Keep your knees facing forward. As you watch your breathing, notice that as you breathe in, there's an expansion in your belly. And as you breathe out, a deflation. Inhaling life and energy. Exhaling any unnecessary tensions and emotions. So continuing a few breaths in your own time. Watching your breathing. And then releasing the arms back down to the ground, palms down, and rolling your body back down one step at a time. Hug the knees to the chest. There's a gentle rocking side to side. So massaging out the lower back. And then coming back to center. Forehead to the knees. And release. Forehead to the knees. And release. Lengthen the legs up to the ceiling, toes pointed to you. Leading with your heels, consciously lower your straight legs back down to the ground. And when your heels touch, allow your body to give in. Let's now roll over onto the stomach. Just rolling yourself over. Allow your arms to be by your side, head to one side, and pausing for a moment. As you take your awareness now to your lower back area, just above your kidneys there are two small little glands called adrenal glands. They release a hormone called adrenaline. We need adrenaline to survive, focus on tasks, reach goals, but sometimes in excess, or when it's being released irregularly, it can cause us unnecessary stress and tension. Let's work with the posture now called the swallow to help rebalance. To come into position, stretch both arms in front of you. Bring your forehead to the ground. Feel that your fingertips are stretched as far away as they can from your toes, so the toes are pointed. Inhale, lift the head, chest, arms ground. Staying here if this is where you're comfortable. If you would like to extend, sweep the arms behind you. Continue to look forward as you feel balanced, strong, soaring like a bird, having a bird's eye view of the world. And then gradually lowering your body back down. Turn the head to one side and give in. Be in your heartbeat as your body resettles. Moving your awareness now to the front of the body. That's your chest area. In yoga, we know this area as Anahat, the heart center. Let's work with the classic cobra pose to open up the front of the body. To come into position, bring both hands in front of your shoulders. Elbows tucked close to the chest, forearms on the ground, forehead on the ground. Legs relaxed, about hip width apart. Take your legs wider apart if you have any lower back concerns. Inhale, lift the head and chest off the ground. Look forward. Pausing here in mini cobra. Staying here if this is where you're comfortable today. If you would like to extend, press on your palms of your hands and lengthen your arms to straight. Relax your pelvis down to the ground. The pelvis remains on the ground. Shoulders are rolled away from your ears, buttocks relaxed. As you imagine that your heart is being magnetically drawn forward. And then gradually rolling your body back down. And when your forehead connects, pause for a moment. And lengthening your right arm above the head, press the left palm of the hand on the ground and rolling over onto your back. Hug the knees to the chest. It's a gentle rocking side to side to massage and realign after 2 back bends. And then coming back to center, bring the forehead to the knees and release, forehead to the knees and release. Moving your awareness now to Vishuddhi, the throat center. I'll be talking through the shoulder stands today. If you would like to work with a variation, for example, the legs in the air, toes pointed to you, hands clasped behind the head, and chin to the chest, and pausing there, please feel free to do that. For those coming in the shoulder stand, arms are flat on the ground, legs in the air, toes pointed to you. Inhale, lift the feet over your head. Clasp your hands, clasp hands down to the ground. Release your hands, support your back. And when you are ready, lengthening your legs up towards the ceiling. Pausing here, either in the shoulder stand or a variation, focusing on Vishuddhi, the throat center. Controlling your ability to speak clearly, honestly, with good intentions. closing the variation, lower your head back down to the ground. Closing the shoulder stand, lowering your feet over your head. Arms back down to the ground, rolling the spine back down. And everyone, let's lower the straight legs back down to the ground. When your heels touch, allow your body to give in. Lick the lips and swallow to release the throat. Moving now into the Matsyasan, the beautiful fish posture. To come into this position, bend both legs, place the feet on the ground, lift your buttocks off the ground and slip both arms underneath your body. The palms are facing down. Hook the thumbs. That helps you move the arms well underneath your body. And when you are ready, roll the body back down. Unhook the thumbs and then straighten the legs out. So now you are lying flat on your arms. A slight pressure on your heels and your elbows. As you inhale, lift the chest up towards the ceiling and allow your head to drape down. As we open up the throat center, allow the head to dangle as it's an inversion, welcoming the fresh nutrients and oxygen back to the brain. Activating Anya, your third eye, between your eyebrows, your center of intuition. Now without moving your head, begin to straighten your arms and eventually your head will find the floor. Press on your heels to release the arms from underneath your body. Turn the palms to face up to the ceiling. And give in for a moment. You may like to lick your lips and swallow to release the throat again. As you exhale the right ear to the right shoulder, inhale back to center, exhale left ear to left shoulder, inhale back to center, lift your head and look between your toes, check that the body is straight and then roll your neck and head back down into alignment. Then placing your hands underneath your lower back or rolling over onto your side. We're going to now come up to a seated position. As you swing the legs around to come into cat. Come into the cat position. Knees are underneath your hips and the wrists are underneath your shoulders. Tuck your toes under and lift your tailbone up to the ceiling. Step the feet wide apart and bring your body weight over your legs. Allow your head and neck to be free. Just checking that it is free, moving it side to side. As we're now in Nadasan, the elephant pose. So imagine that your head and neck are just like the trunk of an elephant. As we welcome the fresh nutrients, fresh oxygen back to the brain in this inversion. As we activate Sahasrara, your highest energy center. This posture is also very useful for helping regulate our sleep patterns. It's a lovely one to do before bed. Now look to your hands, step the feet together, come down on your knees and untuck the toes. Sit back to your heels, make 2 fists, and rest your forehead on the fists so that your head is in line with your heart. You may need to move your fists off the ground to meet your head. Just pausing here to allow your body to resettle. And when you are ready, rolling the body back up, remaining in diamond position or coming to a comfortable cross-leg position. And let's exhale the right ear to the right shoulder, left arm drops. Inhale back to center. Exhale left ear to left shoulder, right arm drops. Inhale back to center, chin to the chest, sweeping the front of the chest one side and then the other. Coming back to center, drape your head back and sweeping the back of the neck one side and then the other. And then coming back to center, head facing forward, and then looking over to your right, over your shoulder, and then back to center, and looking over to your left, and back to center, and closing your eyes down, having the hands comfortably in your lap. Let's pause here for a few moments of quietness. Keeping your eyes gently closed, give your shoulders a bit of a shrug up and releasing. Gently moving your head side to side and coming back to center and gradually blinking your eyes open to allow the light back in. Let's prepare to come up to a standing position, tucking your toes under, making 2 fists, rolling your body back up to standing. Head and neck the last thing to come up. Let's inhale a breath in, expanding the arms, hands in prayer position above, and bringing that prayer all the way down to your heart center. And namaste. Thank you.